Hey guys, so believe it or not, Trey is already 2 weeks old, so this is going to be his 2-week update. So just to start off, I apologize. I feel like every time I talk to you guys, my va-va-voom boobs are out. That's what it seems like, but I'm a breastfeeding mama, and so I don't feel like putting a real shirt on, so if it bothers you, sorry. But anyway, aside from that, Trey is doing fabulous for the most part. He's doing very, very good. He's actually asleep right now, so that's why he's not in this video. But don't worry, he'll be in some videos to come. Also, you guys are probably like, is she in the nursery? Yes, I am. It looks a little crazy in the background right now because there's just like random stuff places. That dresser is missing a drawer. Obviously, I was doing the safe sleep video the other day and I got lazy and didn't put the drawer back. So you guys will get a nursery tour very, very soon. So stay tuned. Anyway, back to Little Man. I don't know what to update on. I always get so flustered when I think about this. But yes, he's doing great. So let's start off with his eating. I'm still breastfeeding. As I said, I'm a breastfeeding mama. So I'm still breastfeeding him. I need to show you guys my pump because it did come in. I said I was going to do an unboxing. Sorry. I was really impatient when it came in, and I needed to pump when it came to the door, so I was like, and just ripped the box open. So I will show you guys, but it won't be an unboxing. But yes, I'm still breastfeeding. Trey, he is still eating anywhere from 2 to 3 ounces, still every 2 to 3 hours, basically. At nighttime, he's still waking up roughly every 2 to 3 hours in his sleep as well, to go ahead and eat. So our night, I'll kind of tell you guys like what our schedule looks like, I guess. Well, not our schedule, but like as far as his sleep and stuff like that. So my alarm clock goes off at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. My alarm goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning so that I can then press the snooze button and sleep a little longer. And I normally will get up at about 6:30. So I get up at about 6:30 and me and Keith are like trying to get Kimura ready, and baby Trey is still sleeping. Kimura and Keith are out the door by 7:15 and off to work and daycare they go. And then by this time, Trey is normally waking up and he's wanting to feed. So he'll stay awake in the morning with me probably until like 8:30 or something like that. He'll stay awake for like an hour or something before he decides he wants to go back to sleep. And then he will sleep and wake up at his 2-hour period to eat, but he won't stay awake. He'll go back to sleep like immediately after he eats. And he'll normally stay asleep until maybe, I want to say like 1 o'clock. And then between maybe 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, he'll be awake with me. He'll decide he wants to stay awake. And then he'll eat, of course. And then he'll go back to sleep. And then he'll do the whole wake up every 2 hours, but not stay awake, like sleep, wake up to eat, sleep. And then he's normally not back awake again for a good amount of time. Probably, I want to say, until he might wake up for like an hour between like 6 and 7, and then he'll go back to sleep. And then he's really not awake again until maybe like 10, 11. He decides he wants to, like, he has a burst of energy and he wants to wake up. So that's normally when I'm trying to get in bed. So I'm normally laying in bed. I'll have him in the boppy and I'll be watching some sort of TV, maybe Family Guy, NCIS, something like that. And I actually think that's him crying. I might go get him for you guys. But, well, I am going to go get him for you guys. There's nobody else here. So he's normally awake around that time. And I normally won't really get him to go to sleep until like 11 something, 12. And then he will go to sleep and, of course, wake up every 2 to 3 hours to let me know he's ready to eat. So we've been getting a little bit of sleep, but it's not the best sleep. He's definitely not as good of a sleeper as Kimura was when she was first born. Kimura loves sleep, and she still does. And he is just having a hard time with it. Let me go get him for you guys. 1 second. Okay. So I'm back. And here is baby. Now I know he's not hungry because he just ate not too long ago. So he probably just didn't want to be left alone. He was in his bassinet. And I don't know if you guys can see, he's starting to take a pacifier a little bit because he was not before. I do think he is starting to look like me a little bit. He's still a lot lighter than me. He's lighter than both of his parents. He still has the complexion of my dad and my brother, who are extremely light and resemble Asian ethnicity. Well, not resemble. We do have some Asian in us, but it's like that much. Yeah, so he still hasn't darkened up. His ears did have a little color at first, so we thought he was going to get a little darker, but now his ears have kind of lightened up, and I don't know. He may not be getting darker, but see, he's spitting it out. He doesn't want it now. It's kind of like, I guess, a comfort thing. He's like, if you're holding me, I'm fine. But yeah, he's doing excellent. So I was still waking up quite a bit in the middle of the night, but I mean, it's babies. You just gotta live with it. He is still in newborn clothes. Newborn everything as far as clothes. Diapers, just like I said in his 1 week update, you know, we're still going back and forth between newborn and size 1 diapers. The newborn diapers are being worn more in the house when we're home, and I'll change him frequently, and then, you know, if we go out like we did today, then I'll put him in size 1s, which he actually went out with me today for our first, well, this is actually his second, like, real day out on the town, because his first one was on Saturday. Me and Keith took him, not Saturday, Friday. Kimura was in daycare, and me and Keith went all over the place. We went to Walmart, we went to Home Depot, we went to Old Navy, we went to Chick-fil-A, and we went to somewhere else. And he slept the whole time when we went out that time. And then I took him out today. I had to go to Nissan. I had to get my truck looked at for an oil change, and then we went to the grocery store. And he did really good. He wasn't crying or anything like that. When we got to the grocery store, he did want to eat, so I took him out and fed him, and then he went right back to sleep. So I was happy with that because I was a little nervous to take him out by myself. But he's a good baby. He's so mellow, so I knew it wasn't going to be an issue or anything like that. What else about him? We still can't figure out what his eye color is. Now, normally, and I'm trying to say this in the best way I can without sounding any type of way, but normally African Americans only have 2 eye options. To be honest, it's normally either black eyes or brown eyes. But that's not always the case, especially when your background and your ethnicity is a little jumbled up and mixed up, like myself, like so. But we still can't figure out what color his eyes are. They are kind of like chameleons right now. If you just like glance really quick, you'd think, oh, they're just black. Of course, they're just black. But no, like if you look at his eyes, they are so gorgeous. They shine. They look so many different colors. They look like a mix between a gray, like a shiny, sparkling gray, which is what I think they are. My mom thinks that they are a grayish green, which I can see as well, because when light shines on them, you see like this gray, green swirling in the gray. And then the other day, me and Keith had him. It was on Friday when me and Keith had him. We both swore up and down that his eyes were hazel. They were just like this sparkly, greenish brown, beautiful color. And I don't know, they just keep changing. So I have no idea what his eye color is going to end up, but I'm really excited to see that. What else? He's still a little bit of a fussy eater sometimes. The Mommy's Bliss drops is what they were called that I bought for his gas relief. They were the gripe water, and Mommy's Bliss was the brand. I'm not sure if they're working. I only gave them to him a few times, but he is a little less gassy. He was constipated just the day before yesterday for the whole day. He couldn't go, and then the following day he had a little blowout, so I know he felt better. But I just cannot stand to see babies constipated or in pain. It breaks my heart. But hey, he's just like staring up at me. You love your mommy. So yeah, he's doing a little better in that department. And then with his bottles, sometimes I feel like he gets frustrated when I'm feeding him breast milk out of a bottle, because I feel like maybe it doesn't come out as fast as it does when I'm feeding him. So I feel like he gets frustrated. So anytime he eats, you know, I'm watching for that 2 hours, because I like to get him to the breast or to a bottle before he gets antsy, because once he gets like antsy, like he is going to have the fussiest, hardest time drinking the milk, because if he's already crying and stuff like that, he's just like like he wants the milk to come like that, and that's not what happens. So he gets really fussy if I wait till he cries to feed him. So me and Keith both keep an eye out and try not to do that. What else? I don't know. He's just doing awesome. He's still peeling a little bit. He has not finished peeling. He, as far as like baby acne and stuff like that goes, he has like a few little dots, but not like a rash or anything like that. His skin is pretty good for the most part. It's pretty beautiful. We have not decided to give him like a bath yet. We still have not done that, but we probably will here in the near future. What else? I've been clipping his nails. I'm not one of those moms who's afraid to clip his nails. So I've been clipping his nails because they've been growing extra fast. And like I said, when he gets fussy, like crying, waiting for his bottle and stuff like that, he's known to like reach up and like scratch his face. And he's so light toned right now that like it shows up bright red. And so I have to really watch that. Which is why I swaddle him a lot. I still really swaddle him a lot with his arms tucked in, because yeah, I just don't want his little hands getting at his face. And only a few of his shirts have the little things where you can pull it over his hand. So, so that's really much it for him. He is, you know, he's doing wonderful as far as I go. There's no real update. I'm against moms going on a diet. So I'm not going on a diet, but I am going to start eating a little healthier. I'm probably going to start juicing and doing some of my smoothies again that you guys saw me do before I was pregnant. And then, of course, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I stopped all of that. So I'll probably be doing some smoothies again, juicing. I'm 5 pounds away from my pre-pregnancy weight, so just a little bit more to go. Breastfeeding is going great, although I still do want to buy my Lily pads, which if you don't know, those are like the gel breast pads that are reusable. They cost like $20 for a set of 2. I need to run out to Target and get those. Those are my favorite type of breast pads for breastfeeding. And yeah, and then just my stomach. I know you guys are dying to see a postpartum belly, so let me go ahead and show you guys what that looks like. Now, I didn't go out and buy like a belly band or anything because I didn't want to spend $50 on something just because Kourtney Kardashian's name is on it. So I just went to Target and got like a belly or a body shaper. It was like $16, and I've been wearing it and it's been working fine. So here I am. You see I still have a little pouch. This is with clothes. This is the body shaper. And then this is without.